Good afternoon. Welcome to this Tuesday edition of Wire to Wire. Alongside Racing Rachel, track announcer John G. Dooley. Great to have you with us today. We've got 9 races on tap. We're closing with a nice quarter horse allowance dash at the end of the card. At the 6 o'clock hour, we kick off here at 2:10. As of right now, main track is fast and the turf course rated good. The turf rail position set at 12 feet this race week. So looking forward to today's racing program. We've got again, as of this hour, the $1 Horseshoe Hat Trick All Turf Pick 3. That is go as we get closer to the bottom of the 1 o'clock hour.
Trying to jinx us? Let
me. I'm preparing.
Yeah, because we walked up here,
Gotta
you guys,
stay
and we're
prepared.
not going to lie. There was a little thunder, a tiny bit of thunder as we came up. But it's gorgeous. Show them how crazy the Indiana weather is. It's beautiful out there, yet we walk down.
Wait till we get
Okay,
to
that looks a little ominous. But I mean, okay, shoot. There you go. Good voice. Good voice.
We're taking away your AMS.
Yes, it took away my credibility. But yeah, it's actually not bad out. And we come downstairs, and the first thing that we hear when I walk down here is blah. So anyway, we are going to keep our eye on the sky. We're going to knock on wood. And we'll resort to the professionals, right, John?
Well, that's a good time. Let's make that segue because, of course, it's Feel the Thunder, but we're starting to hear the thunder. Macy Tetrick, WRTV6. What's the deal?
What's the deal?
From Indy's streaming news leader, this is a WRTV update.
Another hot and humid day today, but if you can hang in there, we will finally start to see some relief once we get past today. And the reason why, even though we have been mainly dry so far today, later this afternoon and evening, some scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are possible. And that's ahead of a cold front. So even though we're in the 80s and maybe even close to 90 today, going forward, we see the relief, lower humidity and lower temperatures in the 80s as we round out this week's forecast. Back to you, John.
All right, Macy, cheers to that. Macy Tetrick downtown at WRTV6. So you know what that means. Start to handicap for an all main track card.
I know.
Scattered storms. Again, course right now rated good. Turf rail set at 12 feet.
Very rude.
It's been a good meet, great meet for Fernando de la Cruz, vying for a riding title here. Yeah, 63 wins now here this season. Couple of wins on yesterday's card for veteran jockey Fernando de la Cruz. On the other hand, apprentice Jose Gutierrez kind of just starting out his career. Yeah, he's riding well. He had a couple too for Jose Gutierrez.
Yeah, let's look at the replays. We'll start with veteran first, Fernando de la Cruz, and he's had a good year. Earlier in the meet, he won I think graded 6 somewhere else. He's had a really nice time. But he was here on the 7 in the second race. Oh, now we're talking about,
This
sorry.
is Jose Gutierrez.
Let's start with Jose, yeah, the bug boy, which I said yesterday, I keep saying how talented he is. He keeps proving me right. Look at him here on TD Memories for Fosdick. And 1160, what a nice winner. I mean, he rides so hard and looks really good on a horse. So congratulations to him for that one. And then we go on to race 4, number 4. He must have had an initials kind of day. TD Memories and CV Ronin Legacy here right for Augustin Gonzalez.
The theme of both of Jose Gutierrez's wins on the lead. Great job by the apprentice. Went right to the front with TD Memories, and we showed you that, an all-the-way winner. And here, CV Ronin Legacy, a rocket out of the gate,
Boom.
gate to wire.
How many is that?
Yeah, never
5?
headed. CV Ronin Legacy. Yeah, we'll call it. Just under a half dozen.
I like it. Look at me go. I'm getting better at that. Fernando de la Cruz, the veteran we were just talking about. Sometimes if I have numerous ones, I skip Fernando because he gets doubles all the time. But I thought, hey, it's time to give this man some due. Race 7, number 2, Tis Salty for Michael Thompson. 1880 on the grass.
No, nice winner. By the way, look at the horse charging in the red cap. Malice Mama was no less than 99 to 1 odds. Sammy Bermudez taking the lead from Mellons Birkin, who led them a long way under Rodney Prescott. Upset-minded Malice Mama, but Fernando said, not quite yet, Mama. Tis Salty in the final stride, gets the win. By the way, they're running this week also at Thistledown here this week, just like us. And last week it was Fernando de la Cruz won a couple of those Best of Ohio races too. So that's one of the stake races.
I asked Rob, that horse, the one off the board, 116 to 1. Because you guys know you can only show 99 for those that don't know. Most people know
Malice
that.
Mama, write that one down. And then we fast forward into the card, Foligno.
I was excited about this one because I had it on top, and it was a $10 winner for Brad Cox. Unheard of.
Last out, course and distance maiden winner, and back on the course yesterday. Battle between horses. The battle was joined by Natural Rights in the gold cap. This was a Stone Street Stables horse under Joe Ramos. Real Fast came charging up the inside with those those late challenges. Foligno tackled at both sides. Foligno dug his heels in. Foligno by a short head under a strong ride by Fernando de la Cruz.
Yes, what a wonderful day of racing. Couple of nice doubles there. Fernando and Bug Boy Jose Gutierrez, and Tim Eggleston also had a double.
The $1 late pick 4 presented by Itoba came back just under $4,500. 50-cent late pick 5, low 11.99% takeout. That late pick 5 over $6,000 yesterday.
Very nice numbers.
Yes.
Pays to bet at Horseshoe Indy, ladies and gentlemen.
Training double yesterday for Tim Eggleston. It was one of those cool doubles we have here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. The Thoroughbred and Quarter Horse double, one with Goody Two Socks, that under jockey Mitchell Murrell, and another driving finish. We had some good finishes here yesterday. Goody Two Socks giving Tim Eggleston that Thoroughbred winner, took out the Quarter Horse maiden juvenile closer, that with Valiant Richard. In fact, Tim Eggleston in that final Quarter Horse dash of the day on Monday ran 1-2. So it's been a terrific meet, not only Thoroughbred, but Quarter Horse wise for Tim Eggleston.
Yeah, it really has. It's been that way for the last couple years as well.
Yesterday, we had Dooley's Legends back after a 2-week hiatus. Dooley's Legends, congratulations to our online player from yesterday. In today's contest, it is Beat the Bot. So AI
Free.
Allen is ready to take on all of you handicappers. So you want to test your intelligence, your IQ against AI Allen. He's giving you a thumbs up to take part in today's contest.
We have those posted online and downstairs. You get to play this for completely free, $0 hairs. And everyone who beats AI Allen gets entered into a drawing for that $100. But most importantly, you get to go to the finale for $2,500 cash. AI Allen is sponsored by DRF and is made by DRF. So it's a very special artificial intelligence, racing centric.
Beat the Bot, AI Allen. Good luck if you're taking part in that contest today. We mentioned 9 racing contests here, including that Quarter Horse. Nice allowance dash to wrap up the program. Martha Clausen will be along in the 6 o'clock hour to talk about that. But midweek card, a couple of nice premier races on the Wednesday fixture here. The Peony and the Bucaro, of course. What a great horse, Indiana-bred Bucaro, that champion was, and a now stallion. A couple of premier races here tomorrow. Looking forward to it. And also, we talked about the Grace and Grass Challenge. Want to wish Ellis Starr, saw that in the notes, wishing Ellis. Yeah, he's not feeling well.
I gotta text him and make sure he's okay. But thanks to Jimmy Mack, he'll be here tomorrow for the stakes handicaps, and we're gonna do Grace and Grass Challenge tomorrow and Thursday to make up for the rain last week.
Yeah, and again, we'll see what Mother Nature has in store for us as we go through the course of this afternoon as we continue to hear pops of thunder here at Horseshoe Indianapolis.
I have the peony if you want to do a quick little thing.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I always think about Caesar's Day and some of those great turf races, the handicaps we have here at the track, but the Peony and Bucaro, these are a couple of nice premier races tomorrow.
And boy, do I love Bucaro. He's one of my favorites.
Listen up, guys.
So, but we're going to start here with the Peony just very quickly. So we got, these are 2 very nice handicaps, a mile and a 16th. The purse is $100,000. And the Peony draws, A's 13 and 14. You guys can't hear that, but there's such loud thunder going on.
The mics have to be picking that up.
Listen. Can you guys hear it? So we've got a full field of 12 and AEs, so this is going to be awesome. Louder than words, I think the 12. You cannot leave out Tony Granites on the grass, especially in these big races. The 10 Crosley interests me a little bit at 8-1. 3 Coats from Lauer. Also, don't leave Lauer out on Indiana Stakes Day. The man literally races his horses in allowances and regular races to prepare for stakes races, and then it happens that he goes off at huge odds. So yeah, an interesting one. You can't go without mentioning Sand and Sea. The one Spotty Showers interests me because it has had the best speed at that distance of a mile and a 16th, but it's been a while.
That's Lauer too, right?
Yes, exactly. Then we're going to go to the 8th race. It's a mile and 16th. This is for the boys, Bucaro. Got to give a shout out to our man, Harlan Malter. He owned him, and what a wonderful owner. But this is another really nice field. Yeah, exactly. And
not Tim. I'm sorry. Tim Gleishaw.
Tim Gleishaw. Yeah, we got our Tims confused. Yeah, he's their team. Bucaro, another one that drew in 12 with 2 AEs. Love me a full field. Jeopardy Theory against Fernando de la Cruz, who's been hot. Also, let's go. What was I going to look at? Oh, leading the charge just was second at 1 mile and a 16th on the grass. Chris Block springing. Just some really nice horses in here. Who's Your Daddy Now from John Langmeyer's barn, who always does well in these Indiana stakes. So definitely get ready for a wonderful day tomorrow, included with the Peony and Bucero, but those are just a few horses that jumped off. And want to just make sure and let you guys know that it's a full field of 12, so some great betting action tomorrow on the Wednesday card.
Following the Wednesday card, we'll be racing here on Thursday, but this week, no live racing program here. Of course, First Floor OTB for all of your simulcast watching those tracks like Saratoga, Del Mar. Today we've got Parks Racing, also Thistledown part of the menu, along with the Meadows, and of course our 9-race racing program here with 9 races on tap. Don't forget this weekend, no live racing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but a week from this Saturday, as we get to the end of the month of August. Labor Day is right there in the front of the window, but as we wrap up this month of August.
Front of the window, yeah.
Terrific, yeah, and so some darker
That's
clouds.
a good way to put it.
2025 All Quarter Horse Stakes Day coming up here at the end of the month.
Jimmy Max,
First post, 10:45
I'm not going to be able to
a.m.
come. It's Olivia's birthday, so I think JJ's going to be with you guys. I forgot to tell you that. I apologize for interrupting you, but I didn't want you to say misinformation.
I'll be here. So will be the trial winners of the
Thank God.
QHREI Stallion Service Auction Futurity. That was He's a Hawkeye, so impressive for not only jockey but trainer German Rodriguez. German sitting on an explosive one. There you go. Look at that time, 17.752 open lengths, and cheers for this to the guys in the crew. Very impressive. I mean, you talk about some of those fantastic close finishes that quarter horses are known for in those dashes across the country, whether it's here at Remington Park, that tough meet, the full Lone Star Park meeting of champions, thinking of Rio Doso Downs. Hopefully they come back in the future after all their just tough, those devastating floods there in New Mexico. But here, He's a Hawkeye, so visually impressive. Sydney Jack, Victory Beach. Oh, by the way, they're from Tim Eggleston, who's having a terrific, quarter horse meet. So they're going to be right there. Looking forward to the QHREI Stallion Service Auction Futurity Finals. That opening at the end of the month, and also the QHREI Stallion Service Auction Derby. That was Zoom and Feature who took the top time under jockey Edgar Diaz, one of the quarter 4 jockeys, the top 4 here this season. As we take a look at those final times, Zoom and Feature clocked 19.879 on that Saturday morning that we
Look
ran
at
the
you
trials.
with the times ready to go.
Oh man, AP Political Patriot. That's another solid horse, along with TW Trump's Secrets. Trump, I have no secrets.
No secrets.
Natasha Perez.
Never done anything wrong in my life.
Running against the wind, another top time, the top 4 there after the Derby trials.
We're going to offend somebody one of these times.
Who us?
I don't know.
Never happened.
Never.
No. Thanks to our big sponsors this year, Woodford Reserve, Tequila Herradura,
Herradura.
Breed Development, also Murphy Trailer Sales, if you'd like to hitch your wagons this star. Terrific customer service and loyalty since 1984. You can reach out to them on your rotary, 765-361-8803. Dial up Murphy Trailer Sales. Customer service is standing by. Also, B&H Electric, they've got locations not only in town, but also in Seymour and in Bloomington. B&H Electric, the tote board and starting gate sponsor.
I went tubing on Sunday. My arm hurts.
bh-electric.com.
Hey, B&H Electric golf outing next Wednesday, baby.
Oh, you'll be at that.
Yep, my boys, yeah, they're definitely wonderful. You guys, Greg is amazing. He has a shop here in Shelbyville. You need anything done electrical, he came and fixed some of our stuff here at the beginning of the meet too, so definitely check them out.
Brian, that means you and I on the show next Wednesday for the golf outing. Indiana's Giant Hubler.
JJ will be here.
Hope you're driving your Giant Hubler Ford truck there too.
Oh yeah, I know. I wish I had a big giant Ford truck.
Shelbyville, Franklin.
I got an
your
old
own
Chevy farm
big
truck. I drove it today. That's funny you
good.
said that. I drove my truck today.
Hubler.com. Social media, we got you covered. You can reach out to us on X, talking about, of course, the jockey and trainer standings, the track conditions. We'll keep you posted if you follow us on there.
Aaron says it's going to skirt us, guys.
At John G. Dooley, Racing Rachel, she says it's going to skirt us.
Aaron says, don't quote me. Whenever I say it, it's the opposite.
Martha Clausen. Is Aaron on X?
Yeah.
Martha Clausen, we need to get Aaron.
No, Aaron doesn't
Brian
care about
Aragoni and
X.
Mr. B Analyst, and Brian standing by to talk about the 50 cent early pick 5. Track-wise, we've got you covered. Again, if there's any changes, let's hope not. On X at HS Indy Racing, on Instagram at Horseshoe Indy.
I'm on one today,
And on
aren't
YouTube.
I? Well, it's on
Horseshoe
YouTube. You guys
Indianapolis
can check
Racing.
the conditions live in the mornings, which is, I do that every time I
saw that. You
get,
posted.
yeah, a little thing. And you can watch horses go by. You know what happened this morning when I tweeted the track conditions? Someone must have got dumped because there was a jockey hoofing it back to the barn.
You never know. That's
I
why
mean, he
you
was fine, yeah, but it was interesting to watch. He just went right by the camera, and I was like, oh, he must have been on a feisty one this morning.
What would a 24/7 Rachel cam look like?
I don't know, but you guys, if you want to see me riding around Friday morning, I'm riding with John Neal, so he can show me where to go in case of a loose horse. Because after that, Rachel will be doing handicapping and interviewing horses on horseback during stakes days.
Wow.
I'm gonna borrow Hector's pony horse, Steven.
That's breaking news.
That's breaking news. I was gonna do it last week, but the weather, so let's hope it holds out. I'll be here at about 8:30 Friday morning if you want to tune in live to watch me run around on a horse with John Neal, our
YouTube.
outrider. YouTube, we're live.
Horseshoe Indianapolis
Follow us.
Racing, there you
Me
go.
and Josh, we love bragging about how we're getting monetized on YouTube. Because Josh did that all by himself.
Just under a half hour away from the first of the day here. Main track is fast, a half hour that is. Turf course good, turf rail set at 12 feet. That's the case this race week. So if you have your track program or,
Yeah.
whether it's in the past performances, I'm not sure, but the turf rail is
At 12, yeah.
12 feet, yeah, because it's 24 feet listed in the program. So that's a program correction, but really looking forward to the racing program. So let's hope that forecast holds up for us. At least we run through 6:15 or so. So let's keep it fast and turf course good. So looking forward to the racing program here today. Hopefully all of you are. Fun pre-race show. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
on one today. I think we got it all, though.
Okay, quick commercial break here on this Tuesday edition of Wire to Wire when the program returns.
Skibbity Riz is running on Thursday.
There we go.
That was one thing I forgot to put on the schedule.
I had Nathan the caller.
I'm done now, Nathan.
Back with the B block right after this. Skibbity Riz. Forget about that.
Tequila Herradura. Extraordinary awaits.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter,
You've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
Welcome back to a Tuesday here at Wire to Wire, the eve of some very nice handicaps, but we've got a very competitive card today here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Happy Tuesday to you and yours truly. Now just about a half hour away from opening races here on a Tuesday, and a beautiful day it is. We're on a fast main track. That turf course still good. I'm very thankful that we did run on it yesterday because it appeared to have a ton of moisture. I'm sure it's drying out. We'll see if we can't upgrade the turf from good to firm, but that rail setting is at 12 feet versus 24 that you might be finding in your program. And I thought not only this early pick 5, but the late pick 5, both pick 5s. If you're going to play horizontals today, regardless of what you're playing, doubles, pick 3s, pick 4s, or pick 5s, challenging, competitive races. Now, we do have big fields. They're not all massive fields. We kick it off with a 6-horse field. However, they're competitive each and every race. I would venture to guess that we're not going to have very many odds-on favorites throughout the card today. It looks like a card that is void of your heavily backed, most likely winner. You've got some good betting opportunities in here. I think there's some wide open races. And frankly, for my pick fives, confidence is just slightly below normal and darn near 0% today. So when I go through these first 5 races, maybe take a couple of tidbits. I wouldn't advise maybe copying the ticket exactly because you never know if we're going to get a little lucky. A blind squirrel does find a nut every once in a while, but these races are extremely competitive. They look to be wide open. My confidence factor is low, but with that, typically I actually bet more. Even when I'm less confident, I'll bet more because there's value there. You can pound chalk all you want and try and turn $2 into $2.60, or you can take some stands, maybe play 5-1, 6-1 here and there, and turn that $2 into $10, $12, oftentimes $20 as well. And that could be the case here. We actually had a place horse yesterday, 99-1, and if you dove into the numbers, it went off at 116-1, was about an inch away from turning a $2 wager into about $140, but it paid $88 to place. Unbelievable. Also had another race yesterday in which a lot of money was on a horse in the show pool and the lowest show payout. It was a 7-horse field, 3 horses paid out to show. $5 was the lowest return, $7.40 on top as well. So there's money to be had. Today looks challenging. I think you're going to be rewarded if you're able to navigate this card. It kicks off now just a couple of minutes away. So let's look at race number 1. 2-year-olds going a route of ground in here, 1 mile the distance. Scratch number 6, Thousands of Hope. And I'm going to single right off the rip. Federal Agent. This is a horse I thought was training very well prior to debut. Took a kick at the can over at Ellis Park for a $100,000 stakes race. I'm not sure 6.5 or sprinting is ever really what he wanted to do. In some of those morning works, had a little bit of trouble at the starting gate, and that was a hindrance for him on debut as well. He broke slow, was really never involved. We've seen this consistently with Brad Cox. If they run up the track elsewhere, they ship to Horseshoe Indianapolis. You can usually draw a line right through that. I think that's the case with Federal Agent in here. A homebred for Windstar Farms. Fernando de la Cruz is going to be calling the shots. I love the outside attack post. I think he'll break straight and strong today. There is a stablemate, Vamos Yeah, in there, 2-year-old colt by Nick's Go, who has some excellent breeding and a homebred for Calumet Farms that could be a little bit of a pest up front. But I think this horse, Federal Agent, wants to run all day long and will love the 1 mile distance. And it's hard to win going 1 mile on debut. So it's going to be a single for me right off the rip with Federal Agent, who's providing a decent price right now, 9-5 on a Brad Cox second-time starter shipping in from Ellis. We'll expect this horse to go off favored when it's all said and done. Race number 2, we kick off the pick 4. And this is a race where I'm too deep, but you could easily justify going maybe a little bit deeper in here. Surprise at 5-2, Brad Cox, Fernando de la Cruz for LNJ Foxwood, a horse who shipped to Horseshoe Indianapolis, like we just talked about with Federal Agent, shipped in from elsewhere, came from glitzy Saratoga, went off at 2-5, and never looked like a loser. Ran a huge race, but how about number 5? This could be the value of the field. Both Brad Cox horses are going to get bet heavily. What about Vanished? Coming in from Thistle Downs, not as glitzy as Saratoga, but second start off the layoff, and you do get the money man rider, Manny Esquivel. When he's aboard here in Horseshoe Indianapolis, or frankly, let alone anywhere, especially at Hot Springs, I don't leave him off. Him and his agent do an awesome job picking their spots. They ride to win. They ride live horses. They're not just there to pick up their rider's fee. They're there to pick up a portion of the purse, and I think that could be the case in here with Bill Cowan's Vanished. Second start off the layoff, taking winners on for the first time, was bet heavily like they knew last time out, was in for a fight as well, and should improve today with the blinkers on. 2-5 for me. We'll take a stand against Calamity off the layoff. If that one beats us, so be it. 2-5 in race number 2. Race number 3, $15,000 claimer. Scratch Daddy's Dreamin' from this 3-year-old Phillies state-bred competition. All looking for their first career victory. Anyone's game in here. You've got low-level maiden claimers all looking for their first victory, trying to do something for the first time. My confidence factor fairly low. As you can see, it is a 6-horse field. I'm using 4 out of 5. A lot of people would call the ticket police on me, and I'll answer that phone gladly. This race looks completely wide open. You've got Tommy Medina, Randy Klopp, the Thumbs Up Gang, Miguel Angel Silva, and Israel Garcia, as well, taken over from Seashell Sally Sells. Tricky name for John G. Dooley. I'm sure he'll have a little consternation leading up to this race in here with that one. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Confidence factor low. Lower level maiden claiming consistency lower, so I certainly want to spread out in race number 3. Race number 4, we step on that turf course for the first time of the day. It does kick off the $1 Horseshoe Hat Trick. Also kicks off that late Fire 5, 15% takeout in the Horseshoe Hat Trick, 11.99% takeout in that late pick 5. Another wide open event in here. I think there's prices to be had. Watcher has been in very good form. Looks like an excellent claim for Aaron West and Sammy Bermudez, who debuted a good one yesterday. If you haven't added Cutie to your stable mail, you certainly might want to do so. Gio's Baby Girl tries the turf yet again, coming in with some good form as well. Hoosier Promise, a horse second time on the turf. And then you've got Krickenberger. Well, there's some question marks I have for Krickenberger. A couple of layoff lines. Didn't really run all that well last time. Has proven not to really like the slot, but I was very surprised that Krickenberger just never got into that race whatsoever. Could be a vulnerable favorite in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 in race number 4. Race number 5, $5,000 claimers back on the main track. 6 furlongs of distance. Scratch number 5, Mr. Negativity, out of this event. And this is potentially the best betting race of the day. You've got Kai Keon, 15-1. When's the last time you saw Marcelino Pedroza Jr., Gennaro Garcia going off at 15-1, the 3-time winner, making start number 13, but hasn't been seen since June, comes in for a tag. Likely didn't need to be in for a tag, but off of a win. We'll see if Kai Keon actually goes off at that price. Dr. Soulfire certainly looks like a winner. Was avoided claim for 12.5 and now in for 5,000. Couple of problems with Soulfire is 2-1 morning line. That's first and foremost. Voided for 12.5, layoff, now in for even less. Right before that Arkansas meet does kick off, Dr. Soulfire looks to be a giveaway today at $5,000. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10. Keeping it classy at 5-1 brings in the best form. I expect this horse to go out favored, if not close second choice. Has been in the exact each and every start in 2025. Tim Eggleston has the 9-year-old going strong, looking for win number 11 and start number 38. Keeping it classy is like a fine wine, just getting better with age in here for keeping it classy. And then how about number 10, Flower Pecker, still going strong, looking for win number 12 in start number 69. Race number 5, an ultra cool horse. You've got hard-knocking claimers. The salt of this game, horses that go to the starting gate, fill those gates, and run their race each and every time. They love their job, otherwise they wouldn't be here. And Flower Pecker is the one to catch to cash for Santos Sanger and Tony Cunningham. A man you may see winning some quarter horse races today as well as thoroughbred, much like Tim Eggleston. 17 minutes away from the opener on a beautiful Tuesday. We're back on the turf here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. We've got some stakes tomorrow for Hump Day and an excellent card for you. John G. Dooley's taking the stairs, getting those steps in, and he'll take you through today's scratches and changes just a couple of minutes from now. Good luck today.
Good afternoon from Horseshoe Indianapolis. Hello now from the broadcast booth. Track announcer John G. Dooley. Here's the live look. Some clouds rolling in. Clouds in town, main track fast, and the turf course rated good. Turf rail set at 12 feet this race week. Portable rail position on the turf course at 12 feet. If you have your programs close by, let's take a look at the changes and corrections on today's racing program. 9 carded. In the opening maiden juvenile mile, scratch number 6, Thousands of Hopes. Number 6, Thousands of Hopes has been scratched. Number 1, Piastri, the jockey Eric Asmussen. Eric Asmussen will ride number 1, Piastri, in the maiden juvenile mile at the top of the card. The second race, another mile on the program today. Here are the starts of the $1 early pick 4, no changes in race 2. On to the third, maiden sprint. Scratch number 3, Daddy's Dreamin'. Third race now, number 3, Daddy's Dreamin' has been scratched from the maiden. The fourth race starts off the 50-cent late pick 5. At this hour, again, course good, turf rail at 12 feet. In the Phillies Mares Turf Mile, all 9 run, no changes in the fourth, due at 3:43. Race 5, a sprint, starts the $1 late pick 4 presented by Itoba. In this one, number 1, Risk Profile, make the jockey Joe Ramos. Joe Ramos on 1, Risk Profile, and scratch number 5, Mr. Negativity. Scratch number 5. In the sixth race, another Carter for the turf. Here, number 1, Malavaje, a change of jockey to Sammy Bermudez. Sammy Bermudez on the 1, Malavaje. Number 10, Ground Shaker, a jockey change to Sergio Figueroa. Sergio Figueroa to ride number 10, Ground Shaker. Scratch 13, Enjoy the Kraken was entered as a main track only. Scratch the 13. In the seventh race, number 1, Ready to Seize. Change of jockey to Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott rides 1, Ready to Seize, all 9 run. Turning to the 8th, another Carter for the turf course. Here's scratch number 3, Luna Lena. 4, Bingo Baby. 7, Jungle Cat. Scratch the 13, No Shug for Pop, and 14, Air Force Lightning. Number 11, Georgia Ani's Mind, and 12, Queen of Salsa, both draw in. 11 and the 12 draw in. Scratch 3, 4, 7, 13, and the number 14. Number 9, Stupendous, a jockey change to Mitchell Murrell. Mitchell Murrell on number 9, Stupendous, in the distaff turf. And the 9th, closing the card with a quarter horse allowance dash of the 3:30, scheduled at 6:15, no changes at the tail end of the card. So live, clouds rolling in to town. Temperature-wise in the mid-80s. 9 races carded on this Tuesday fixture. Main track fast. Turf course again rated good. And the turf rail this week, in fact, set at 12 feet. The turf rail position at 12 feet indeed. We'll have the maiden juvenile mile due off in 11 minutes time. Make it a great day with us here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Maiden 2-year-olds stepping onto the track for the first race. Over the mile, a field of 6. Number 6, Thousands of Hopes, has been scratched. Scratch the 6, Thousands of Hopes. Number 1, Piastri leads the parade. Note the jockey, Eric Asmussen. Eric Asmussen rides for his Hall of Fame father on the 1, Piastri. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, double pick 3. Maiden Juvenile Mile starts the 50-cent early pick 5. At this time, main track fast, turf course good, turf rail set at 12 feet. 2 minutes to post time. 2 minutes. Less than 1 minute to post time. Start to the 50-cent early pick 5. Less than 1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. They're going in. Eric Asmussen with Piastri. Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. with Vamos Ya. Like Federal Agent, both for Brad Cox. Anabaskitza with Caprio. Manny Esquivel, Moneytown, 10-1 on this first-time starter. Moneytown. Right now, Federal Agent, even money, the first favorite. 5-2 Caprio and 7-2 Vamos Ya. Two back. Josh Morales, JR Jimmy drew 5 here in the mile. JR Jimmy given a 16-1 chance, 4-5 on Federal Agent. Some lightning strikes nearby. One more. Federal Agent leading jockey Fernando de la Cruz with 63 wins here this season. Main track fast under ominous sky. Going and running at Horseshoe Indianapolis with the Thunder. Fast start for Moneytown. Right there toward the inside is Piastri. They're joined by JR Jimmy, who's in the 3-path as they enter the first turn, with Moneytown emerging in front. Caprio follows in 4th. Then toward the inside is Vamos Ya, who's running second to last. And Federal Agent trails the mile here in the Tuesday opener. They go to the back, being led by Moneytown with Manny Esquivel. First-timer Moneytown generates the pace to a close-up JR Jimmy with Caprio running in 3rd. Toward the inside is Piastri. Right there toward the inside parts of the track for Eric Asmussen for the run to the half-mile pole. Federal Agent in the Windstar wiped up one spot, and Vamos Ya has been relegated to last. The first two of 8 furlongs under these ominous clouds here. 23.63 seconds past the half mile. Moneytown, JR Jimmy. Half mile, 48.81 seconds. They enter the far turn. Moneytown continues to lead them. JR Jimmy's been right there with the front runner for Joshua Morales as they round the far turn. Coming 3 to 4 clear from Caprio, who's being driven to gain from 3rd. Federal Agent on the far outside. And then comes Vamos Ya. And Piastri has dropped back to last as these maiden 2-year-olds straighten away. 3/4, 1 minute 14.74 seconds with Manny Esquivel. Moneytown, the longtime leader, is a furlong away and leads JR Jimmy by 2. Vamos Ya continues to charge hard from 3rd. Then Federal Agent and Piastri. They're well inside the final 16th, and here's Vamos Ya for Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Vamos Ya, yes, by half length to Moneytown. JR Jimmy 3rd and Federal Agent finished 4th. $141.92 out to the maiden juvenile mile. 141.92. 2-4-5-7, the unofficial run order after race 1. Number 2, Vamos Ya. 3-1 first. Number 4, Moneytown. 7-1 second. Good effort from the first timer. 5, JR Jimmy. At 22-1 odds, third after the mile, and 7, Federal Agent. At Diva Money, the first favorite was 4th. Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. on the Calumet Farm newcomer for Brad Cox. 141.92, 3-1 on Vamos Ya. As we stand by for the official after race 1, the maiden juvenile mile, with a storm cell upon us now and lightning in the area. We will have a bit of a delay between races here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, just be advised. With a storm cell now coming into the area here at the track and lightning part of the storm cell, there will be a slight delay between races here at the track. We're standing by for the official after race 1 in the Murphy Trailer Sales Winner Circle. The 2, Vamos Ya with Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Vamos Ya, 2-year-old Dark Bear Brown Colt by Nixco. At a Kite Beach by Awesome Again. Brad Cox trains. Brad Kelly's Calumet Farm Homebred. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Vamos Ya. Wins the maiden juvenile mile. Race 1 official. The 2-4 exacta first results in $56.80. 50-cent trifecta. 2-4-5, $107.35. Federal Agent ran 4th after the mile. 10-cent superfecta, $55.28. The 6 was a non-runner. Top of the card, favored 4th. 6 ran. Fast track, 141.92. So just under a half hour away from race 2 on the card. In the next mile, there are no changes. And once again, with a storm cell now upon us, and lightning part of this storm cell, do seek an indoor location. And again, we'll have a wider gap between races here, 1 and 2, with the storm upon us now. So the second race scheduled at 2:48. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta. Double pick 3 and starts with a $1 early pick 4. Now scheduled at 2:48, revised post time, with a storm in the area and lightning part of the storm cell. Seek an indoor location. A gap between races 1 and 2 in all cases. If you can, please do try to make your selections and wagers throughout the day early. Thank you. Coming up in just a moment, our first race replay of the maiden juvenile mile. Hope you had a bet on Vamos Ya. They're in the gate. Running out Horseshoe Indianapolis with the Thunder. Fast start for Moneytown. Right there toward the inside is Piastri. They're joined by J.R. Jimmy, who's in the 3-path as they enter the first turn, with Moneytown emerging in front. Caprio follows in 4th. Then toward the inside is Vamos Ya, who's running second to last. And Federal Agent trails the mile here in the Tuesday opener. They go to the back, being led by Moneytown, with Manny Esquivel. First-timer Moneytown generates the pace to a close-up J.R. Jimmy, with Caprio running in 3rd. Toward the inside is Piastri. Right there toward the inside parts of the track for Eric Asmussen for the run to the half-mile pole. Federal Agent in the Windstar wiped up one spot, and Vamos Ya has been relegated to last. The first 2 of 8 furlongs under these ominous clouds here, 23.63 seconds past the half-mile. Moneytown, J.R. Jimmy. Half-mile, 48.81 seconds. They enter the far turn. Moneytown continues to lead them. J.R. Jimmy's been right there with the front runner for Joshua Morales as they round the far turn. Coming 3 to 4 clear from Caprio, who's being driven to gain from 3rd. Federal Agent on the far outside. And then comes Vamos Ya, and Piastri has dropped back to last as these maiden 2-year-olds straighten away. 3/4, 1 minute 14.74 seconds with Manny Esquivel. Moneytown, the longtime leader, is a furlong away and leads J.R. Jimmy by 2. Vamos Ya continues to charge hard from 3rd. Then Federal Agent and Piastri. They're well inside the final 16th, and here's Vamos Ya for Marcelino Pedrosa Jr. Vamos Ya, yes, by half length to Moneytown. J.R. Jimmy 3rd and Federal Agent finished 4th. They're in the While under the weather delay here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, please be advised the main track now downgraded to sloppy and will be off the turf. Races have been taken off the turf course. Again, we remain under a weather delay here at Horseshoe Indianapolis going forward. And all main track card. Main track now labeled sloppy and will be off the turf. Noting the fourth race will now be run over the main track. Race 4, main track at 1 mile and 70 yards. Race 4. The sixth race now taken off the turf. The sixth race will be run on the main track at 1 mile and 70 yards. Race 6. And the eighth race. Another taken off the turf course. Again, under severe weather delay here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Eighth race off the turf. And the eighth race will now be run at 1 mile on the main track. 1 mile, race 8. Off the turf, main track now labeled sloppy. We remain under a weather delay. Please note for our simulcast horse players here at the First Floor OTB, those simulcast players here at the track, due to the severe weather, we've lost the signals coming in here to Horseshoe Indianapolis. So just be advised, working to get those simulcast signals back up for all of our horse players here at the track. We apologize for those issues. Working to get that rectified as soon as possible. Again, we remain under a weather delay for now. All main track card here, sloppy at the track.
It's explosive speed and first-class power as America's fastest athletes step on the track for Quarter Horse Stakes Day, Saturday, August 30th at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Enjoy numerous activities, including trackside promotions, contests, free kids activities, and more. Racing gets underway at 10:45 a.m. with ample seating indoors and under the new awning. It's all happening Saturday, August 30th at Horseshoe Indianapolis, located off I-74 at exit 109 in Shelbyville. Look for more info at HS Indy Racing.
You try and give them the best opportunity. And I don't know so much that it's just because it's girls, but you try to empower women because it is a very tough business. My dad, Jim Elliott, lives in Brookston. He bought a farm when I was a year old. So I grew up in it day to day. We come in, we usually make a schedule the night before of who's galloping, who's walking, and who goes to the Eurosizer. And then we have to get in touch with jock agents to schedule breezes for the jockeys. Someone comes in at 5 and feeds at 5 in the morning. Then we feed lunch around 11, 11:30. And then that's usually our day. And then we get ready for the races.
Definitely a man's world back here, but all of us women, we really band together. We have a really great community and we all support each other, and that means so much. There's so much emotion that goes into it when you do work that hard. You know, talent gets you very far at times, but when you put the hard work into it on top of it, it gets you places that you never thought you could go. You definitely have to work a little harder, but I think we also have an edge to us that not a lot of men have, and I like to take advantage of that as much as I can. Now I'm a jockey, living my dream.
It's a man's sport, for sure. Like, I think women, some people look at them, and I think I'm a little more affectionate with my horses, more hands-on. You know, it's an industry where all your top trainers are men, so I think people look to that. I started underneath my grandpa, Calvin Prescott. Prior to that, I've always had horses in my life. I barrel raced, went to college at Ball State, and then I got back into horses with my grandpa, and I think my own trainer's license was probably somewhere around 2003, maybe, something like that. Started out with just a few. Eventually, I started breeding my own horses, and now I'm up to, I don't even know, 40-something, so a lot.
Hola, mi nombre es Sheneveli. Soy Jaguaker, trabajo con Michelle Elliott. Tengo aproximadamente 2 años de estar trabajando acá. Soy del país de Guatemala.
There's a lot more women in this business now than when I first started 35 years ago. Being a woman, other women feel threatened by you sometimes, so it's always a good idea to go chat with the ladies first. They're your biggest asset and your biggest allies. Women will stick together if you give them a shot.
As we remain in the weather delay here at Horseshoe Indianapolis main track, sloppy, and again we're off the turf. Just a note for our horse players, the first race maiden juvenile mile started that 50-cent early pick 5. If you wagered on the early pick 5, that fourth race is one of those taken off the turf course. If you have a wager on the early pick 5, that fourth race will now be an all leg in the early pick 5 as we got that race under our belt today, won by Vamos Ya. Race 1 started the early pick 5. As the races have come off the turf course, the fourth race will now be an all leg in the early pick 5 if you're into that wager. And there'll be no $1 horseshoe hat trick all turf pick 3 today. Off the turf, scratch the all turf pick 3 that was due to start on race 4. All main track card now sloppy, and we remain under a weather delay here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Your attention, please. The remainder of today's racing card here at Horseshoe Indianapolis has now been canceled due to the inclement weather. Again, all advanced wagers on races 2 through 9. We ran the first. Vamos Ya winning the maiden juvenile mile opener. However, races 2 through 9 have now been canceled due to the inclement weather. Live racing is scheduled to resume tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday cards here this week from 2:10 p.m. Eastern. However, due to the inclement weather, and again, if you're leaving us here this afternoon, please drive home safely. The rest of today's racing card has been canceled due to inclement weather. Again, if you're joining us here at the First Floor OTB, short time ago we did lose those incoming simulcast signals, so hopefully they are back up for our simulcast horse players here, certainly working on that issue, given the severe weather. First Floor OTB remains open for simulcast wagering. Horseshoe Indianapolis Casino open 24/7. Again, with the severe weather, the remainder of today's racing program has been canceled. Still lightning in the area if leaving us here today. If leaving the track, please arrive home safely.